Alrighty, folks. We are back in it with another session of our Rime of the Frostmaiden and Icewind Dale. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hello, you can.
Hello.
Hello.
And we are unfortunately still down in Andros, but the story goes on. But before the story goes on, let's talk about how the story went on last time. After arriving at the fortress alongside the mountainside, you witnessed the release of a terrible metallic dragon heading towards the 10 towns. The choice make, Andres sent word to several towns to alert them of danger ahead, but unfortunately turned into a crystalline snowflake for the time. You continued heading up the staircase in hopes that the towns would survive, for now at least. And arriving at the front gate, no seemable way to open it. Somehow the doors opened for you right before you were about to bash them in. And then entering it, there were some guards from a nearby barrack that were alerted to your presence, and, well, they launched towards you in the entryway. And after defeating these Dwergar, discovering a running elevator device that headed up. Well, you guys headed up, seeing it going down and up. You took it, and you encountered a duo of Dwergar and two other deep dwarves trapped in metal machinery, like almost pain devices. And yeah, seeing that this was probably all the large gears of some device around this place, killing the Dwergar and inspecting the mechanics. This was probably for opening the door that you saw the large dragon fly out of. You also met another Dwergar up here. Said you should probably speak to Grandalfa Musgart, who might be able to use your force. So you took the elevator back down and started searching for the kitchen, where you were told she would be. Entered into a war room and actually saw the flight path of the dragon laid out in front of you. And behind this room was a grand yet plain bedroom. Not messing about too much with things in here, you continued to look for the kitchen. Finding it, you were even welcomed inside by the elderly Dwergar woman and her cooks. Invited in for a meal of stewed intellect devourer. She told you a little bit about the situation and stated she had no designs on the 10 towns or the surface like Zardarok did. She also mentioned she would not interfere if you were to take out the Dwergar despot, and in fact she would actually welcome it. Telling you a little bit about what lurks down here. You had some food, well, if you can call it that, and tentatively have an accord with this woman. Started to head into the hallways to find your quarry. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys are in this hallway after just having a meal.
Does that count as a short rest?
Yes.
I don't know if anybody needs one.
Yeah, we did discuss that at the end of the session last time. Was you can get a short rest from that. Still seeing the dim lights in this hall. A couple of Dwergar still lying dead where you had entered from. What are you doing, and where are you headed?
Down the elevator, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Which elevator? You do know there are two.
Stick with the one we know. We at least know we don't have to fight our way to it.
It's true. All right. You guys head back down the hall. The sound of gears grinding as you enter the elevator room. I'm actually going to get rid of the stupid little light thing here. It's silly. But yeah. Waiting for a time You're planning to head down, so you kind of wait for the gears to move up and then move back down, stopping where you're at for a minute. Is there anything you'd like to do before you head down?
I got nothing.
I think so.
All right. Taking this mechanical.
I've got 30 feet and looking for mines.
I got you. Here's a question. Can it see past stone? Detect thoughts.
Thoughts, I believe, is blocked by a foot of stone.
All right.
Like,
grinding of the gears and the chains dangling as you're dropped 100 feet down this elevator shaft. Terminates in a square room, large stone wheel next to the iron cage turning constantly. And the ceilings in here are about 10 feet or so. I actually just made duplicates, so I'm gonna bring you guys down here. Seeing double doors to the west in this place. This thick kind of smoke, not thick smoke, thin smoke, layer of smoke kind of hangs and flows and just over everything. A little bit of ash on everything down here.
It's wasting time.
Right, yeah, there's a couple of pair of doors. Oh, right. That's really the only thing in this room is the double doors and the elevator shaft going up with that constant grinding of the elevator mechanics. Dim braziers kind of inside of little wall areas here. It is also noticeably warmer down here.
Oh, great. We're in the dragon's den.
The dwarf's not going to kill himself. Which I clicked on myself.
As you
elevator
open the
doesn't go. Go ahead.
the elevator does not go down.
Okay.
Just let me know you're opening the door so you can.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. As you open the door, room contains braziers of hot, glowing coals in the northwest corner and southwest corner. You can still hear the mechanical grinding coming from the room that you're currently in. However, along the eastern wall, or western wall, I know directions. There are a pair of dwergars. Pickaxes at the ready, looking up at you. Tense moment.
Yep.
What is your business here?
What was her name? Grandolpha? And his name was
Zardarok.
Zardarok. So Grandolpha sent us to find Zardarok. Lord Zardarok. I think this is his castle. I don't know what his honor is.
One of them kind
Mr.
of spits on the ground at the mention of his name. Okay. Well,
You don't know where he is, do you?
no. I don't believe he is in the throne room. Probably either in the forge or in his treacherous shrine. Or perhaps torturing someone else for something he thinks they might have done.
Like a real good guy.
You can't be too certain.
Well, you didn't attack us on sight.
And for that, we should have your thanks. There are not many who would go against Ardarok. Even less down here. Although the Musgart will treat us more fairly. She's lucky not to have been questioned by Zardarok yet herself.
So, forge or the torture pits?
Do you have a way that we can get there without being seen?
Unless you can turn invisible. Hide in the shadows. This place is covered in smoke, ash.
Yeah, give me a couple minutes. I can study that spell, but I can only do that for myself. I can make myself look like one of you.
The door to the forge would be beyond the throne room, which is beyond these doors. I do not know the state of the spore servants, but they are not pleasant to be around. And I do not have a key. You would need to see Tantara for the key, though she would not give it up without killing her.
The key to the forge?
Yes.
Okay.
And then where is she?
In the forge.
So I need to get into the forge to get to the key to get into the forge?
And the dweller kind of looks at the other one. Are you okay, Birdman? Unless you have a way to open the door otherwise. Of course, if you were to take the other elevator. Probably well guarded compared to this one. At least in your terms. We are not allowed to take the other one. Or if you were to take the pit down. Well, it would be quite a fall, though. Edwin kind of chuckles. Like a little splat of, the bird can probably fly. The rest of them, they'd go splat instantly. Think they've already released the dragon, though.
It's true. Wow.
This is all we have for you. They both kind of look to
Alright.
each other and immediately turn invisible.
Our secret is safe with your indifference. Shall we move on?
Thanks for the help. I bow my head at each of them.
They're gone.
I know where they are.
You don't know their location. You know they're still around. There are 2 intelligent people around. With a double door to the north.
Hopefully 6, but
Right.
It's up for debate.
true. Hector will send to the entire group. I guess we should proceed.
Through the door.
What? Nothing?
Yes, true.
All right.
We will
Open the door.
open the door.
As you open the doors into a large hall. The ceiling of this hall arches to a height of 30 feet in the center. Stone steps leading up to a semicircular dais against the southern wall. Atop this dais is a misshapen throne, crudely carved out of black crystal. Small crackling flames burn in braziers that occupy the room's corners. Slumped near the east wall is a tall, bipedal fungus creature. Luminous spores kind of float in the air around it. A savage, white-furred biped is torn off one of the creature's arms and is holding it, while 4 other white-furred bipeds, covered in fungal growths, try to capture floating spores in a jug. And you would see kind of like this. In the corner of the room there. As this thing is giving off a little bit of light. They don't seem to pay any attention to you in this moment. But there are several of them.
Terrifying.
And the way out is on the north wall.
You would see 4 doors to the north, one in a double door in the center, and 2 smaller doors on either side of it. This is a very plain room with, again, just kind of on the eastern side, there's a little bit of flitting spore light as large, like, buckets are being tried to gather spores. Low growling coming from the one who's holding the arm. How do you proceed?
I want to get to that single door on the left.
How so?
Open it.
Yeah, we'll do it quietly.
Alright, give me a stealth check. With a thick haze of smoke. Yeah, you creep across, unheard, to the door on the left side.
Okay, is it openable?
Are you trying to open the door?
I am trying to open the door.
The door opens up.
Is it open towards me or
It
into
would-
whatever's on the other side?
It would open No, it would open towards you.
Okay, so I will just open it and be behind the door then.
As you kind of open it and being behind the door, the rest of you would see a Dwergar kind of through the haze open his eyes. He'll step out. What is the meaning of this? Who are you? What are you doing here? Answer now or die. And this kind of gets the attention of the one holding the arm, this Quagoth. Answer quickly. You'd see another Dwergar kind of rushing. And he's not facing Severus, because Severus is kind of behind the door, unseen. So kind of mostly looking towards Hector and Alara and Phineas.
We're just here to see Zardrock.
Under whose command?
Grandalfa?
For what purpose?
Well, to kind of,
He starts
change leadership a little bit.
holding out a war pick in one hand. He pulls out a set of manacles, slides them across the floor. Okay, we'll take you to see Zardrak. Change of leadership, I think not. Put him on or die. And the other Dwergar following behind. As we lost Sev. Also, like, yes, do as he says. Put on the manacles, and kind of slides another one across the floor. At least two of you. The other will get rope for.
I'll pick up one of the manacles. Look over at Laura and Hector. That's an easy way to get there.
Hector has a very skeptical look on his face.
I'm sure if we go through enough of them, we'll find this fellow.
What are you saying? Put on the manacles now or die. You would see all the other Quagoths in the room start to kind of lurch.
You see, the problem is with these manacles on, I can't take my notes very well. So I'm gonna have to
This is
decline.
not too much talking. Too much talking. They both immediately grow big.
Jeez, my computer crashes and I
This
come
is...
back to this.
Yep. They don't notice you, Sev.
Huh.
So they're speaking to the others.
I look at Hector. What's that?
Hector will unloop his morning star and shrug.
And we're rolling initiative.
Be back in the elevator because that's all I see. There it goes. It snapped.
Oh, I rolled at disadvantage. No, it doesn't matter anyway.
Want to trade, Hector?
I was actually going to see what Sev's initiative was. But yeah, let me see what his is first.
Yeah.
Mm.
Your computer doing okay, Sev? Or did we lose you again? We might have lost him again.
Still on the call.
true. This is true. Sev, you there?
Very long, tense moment.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah. I was thinking he was disconnecting.
Everybody just stares at each other.
So, we'll resume with him here in a second. But what are you guys doing? Are you switching initiatives? Up to y'all.
Yeah. Phineas didn't seem like going first before, so.
All right. So with that, Alara, you are up first. What are you doing?
Oh. What do I have on me? Do I balance that one? Probably not. Spike growth. When they move, they take damage.
Spike growth?
Great spell.
Now, where's that drawing tool? That the one?
Looks like a little pen
Um,
cap.
Go away. Undo.
Is it a
I was
square or a
wondering if
circle?
I think it's a circle.
20 foot?
20-foot sphere. Set on a point with range. Sprouts hard spiked thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Yeah. Also, Patch is giving Alara the 1 buff. So, Alara, you have
Aw,
+1
thank
to
you, Patch.
everything for the next minute. Thank you, Patch. So where do you want it centered at?
Yeah, there.
There?
That sounds good. That looked good there. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a circle going here.
Keep these guys a little bit busy. I reckon.
That's too big. 20 feet. Let's see it again real quick. It was 2. That's pretty close. All right. As spikes lay down onto the ground around and kind of disappear in the haze of smoke lingering on the floor and soot. Anything else for Alara?
Okay. And was I actually, how does True Strike work again? Instantaneous, guided by a flash of blah blah blah. The attack
It's
uses
an action, and it just it uses your wisdom modifier instead of your dexterity, which is I think the same for you. And it does an extra d6 of damage, I believe, at this level. But it's not a bonus action anymore, it's an action.
Right, but it's magic, so I can do it.
If you had an action. Because casting the... Unless the thorns isn't... The spike growth?
Spike growth. Action.
Yeah, so you do not have an action.
Do I have a bonus action?
You have a bonus action.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on this fella.
So you... Oh, you actually can because of not using a... Absolutely. So you get it for... You get free cast. So essentially, if you cast a spell using a spell slot, you can't cast another spell using a spell slot. But because Hunter's Mark doesn't use spell slots for you, Absolutely. As you cast Hunter's Mark on this Dwergar here.
Mhm.
Anything else for Alara?
Nice. I'm just gonna move. Slightly. Just to there. Well done.
Okay. That will take us to Hector.
Hector will saunter up and thud his Morning Star against his shield and take a swipe at this guy.
Okay.
Getting a 17.
A 17 just hits.
Ooh. We're gonna re-roll that.
Are you?
I got 5 damage using my piercer feat.
The Piercer feat. Absolutely.
There we go. For 9 points of piercing
Take
damage.
9 points of piercing damage as you slap into him with your Morning Star. He is sapped.
What a sap. And then follow up with an uppercut with the Morning Star.
Okay.
Getting a 19
19 definitely hits.
for another 9 points of damage.
He will take 9 more points of damage. And is still sapped.
And that will be all.
Alright. Alara, go and roll me 8d4.
Okay. 8d4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll-
I'm gonna roll 6 and then 2 because I can't remember how to do it again. It's like /R/ something or other, right?
/R space 8d4.
8d4. Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's a lot of ones.
I know.
Still, they're each
Pricks.
taking it. Some of them don't take the last 2. However, they all just don't even seem to notice or care that they're getting blood dripping out of their feet. Or is it blood? It kind of tears into their flesh and leaves something behind, but it's not quite blood.
No, of course it's not.
At the same point, a door opens on the southeast of this room here as 4 more Quagoths lurk. They're running. Actually, he'll take the first 2. He'll take 2, 3, 4. He'll take taking 10 steps of movement through there. Not getting a full movement there. And taking 5 damage. Seeing more come out. And they're not very quick at all. But they are running. Only one of them moves up close enough to actually get an attack. And it's going to be against Hector. And Hector getting an 11 and an 11 to hit.
I'll just smash it, throw it off with his shield.
Yeah, as it's just kind of lumbering. You can see its legs weaken from having to walk through the spikes. And with no thoughts, like some of them are still carrying those big jars and just swiping out twice, little dripping spores onto the ground. That will end their turn, taking us to Phineas.
Phineas will unfurl his wings and flap and cast gust of wind in like a northeastern direction.
Can't do a thing. Let's do like how many feet is it?
It is, I want to say 10 feet wide. 10 feet wide. 60 feet long. Strength save or be pushed 15 feet.
On their turn? Or creature that starts its turn, or what?
Each creature in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw, and then a creature that ends its turn in the line must make the same save. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet movement for every 1 foot.
Gotcha. So where are you doing that? Just draw me a line. How about that?
I will do it. Draw that. Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be 1, 2, 3 from those guys. Sixteen, 12, 13, and Dwergar. Dwergar got a 19.
15 is the number, so the 16 and 19 save.
Alright, so they are automatically... They're susceptible to that, right? It'll be pushed 15 feet away, okay.
Yep.
So Alara, roll me 64. There's two of them boys are pushed back into the spickies. Taking 10 points of damage
The dice
each.
do not like me.
Well, you get +1. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
It adds up. They'll take 11. And one of them only gets minus the last two. -4 + 1, -3, 7. Anything else for Phineas as a gust of wind hurls through the area?
I would come up over here, try not to get my allies in the wind. And that'll do it right here.
Keeping that same kind of line.
It says as a bonus action in subsequent turns I can change
Oh,
it.
okay, I got you. So it'll stay there for a second.
Yeah.
As Ivy League Dropout is going to give our squishy wizard the 1 buff.
Hey.
Thank you, Ivy
Thanks,
League
Ivy League.
Dropout.
Literally said the squishy wizard.
The squishy wizard. So we got +1 to everything for the next minute.
Including my spell save DC.
Not your spell save DC. Anything you roll. Anything you roll. But that's going to take us to the Dwergar, as when surging forward with its enlarged war pick will strike down at Hector. Getting a 11 to hit.
Just kind of let it bounce off my shield.
This guy, so if they start their turn there, do they also... Creature that ends its turn there, okay. But it's still difficult terrain. Okay, it's just gonna rush forward through the wind. Oh, you stupid bird, man! And try to slam down into Phineas. Getting a big old 18 to hit Phineas.
I will take that.
Alright. Do you have a choice?
I do not have
Yeah.
a choice.
You do take 10 points of piercing damage. I need a concentration save.
One.
You are golden.
That was 10 points.
10 points. He's going to have to make another strength save.
22.
He isn't large, but he got an 11, so he is pushed 15 feet back. And he will take... Laura roll me 44. As he surged back in the wind after striking into, that wind just blusters him back. As he'll take 11 points. There you go.
12.
12 points. Yes, you are right. You're right. You're right. As he surged back into these spikes. Oh! You would hear some form of magic happening beyond the northeastern door. Taking us to Sev. Still kind of hidden in this lightly... Everything is lightly obscured here. It's just this haze throughout. Sev, what are you doing?
I'm hoping this will work. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's a little scraggly, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I had to move to my phone. My computer died 3 times in 10 seconds.
Oh.
I'm on my laptop. I got iPad, television. I'm
Yeah.
5 screens going. It's ridiculous.
Whatever works, right?
Or as long as it stays working. All right. Do I need to change anything? Did anything happen to me?
Nothing has happened to you. You've been hiding behind that door the whole time.
So you
Sounds
made
reasonable.
your death save. You're okay.
Yeah.
It looks like one of these Quagoth things has approached.
It's trying to run up to... Its eyes are on Hector. But yes. Spores covering it.
And then, okay, now that one just got pushed back by that, so it's not fighting over there. Yeah, I'll just go behind it and stab the big dwarf man.
Okay.
So I'll
The
just-
one in the
I don't
wind
know,
or out of the wind?
out of the wind, the one that's adjacent to Hector, so I can sneak attack it. But I guess close the door and loop behind. See if I can get it to work.
Absolutely. Right, I know what you mean. You're kind of going there.
Yep,
I gotcha.
that's the point.
See
And then
if
I will
you can roll me.
dagger this giant dwarf.
Yeah. First one will be at advantage and with sneak attack.
And flanking, maybe?
Sure, why not?
Sorta, kinda?
Yeah. Kinda. There's a lot going on here. It's easy to get flanking on these guys. Why not?
Sneak attack is checked. Dagger strike.
Yes, that will hit.
Good, because I can't see it.
You got a 25.
Damage roll.
Yeah, for 16 points of damage as you stab into his Achilles tendon and just ripping it, he lets out this blood curdling, this and just slams down onto the ground there. The loud thud as his body shrinks down.
Is he unconscious? Do I need, what?
He's
Just for-
fucking, yeah. He's super unconscious / dead.
Just for good measure, I will use my free offhand strike and stab him, just so there's no confusion.
Okay.
Uh,
His body starts shrinking. You just kind of drag that dagger down. You still have advantage because he is prone.
well, do you want me to roll an off?
You don't have to. But yeah, you just kind of, as he's shrinking, just drag that dagger along, causing severe bleeding out. Anything else for Sev?
Sure. What do I want to do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There are so many things in here.
Yes.
I'll use my bonus action to disengage. I'm gonna use all my movement to head towards the corner,
All right.
but not the not circled corner.
I got you. You can get 5, 10. You can get right to there. Yeah.
That's fine. Not in melee. That's all that matters.
Yep. All right.
That is all of my types.
That will take us to Plurota. They have a name. This Myconid. It is going to... It's crazy stuff. Trudge forward. Because that's what it does. Trudging forward. I will need Alara to roll me 12d4.
Mm. Mm.
As this thing just kind of trudging forward, you can all sense that it is in great pain as it takes 35 points of damage. I'm gonna move this guy aside. That ends its turn, as that's all it can do is move forward. That will take us to Thonot Krob, who looks around. This actual non-spore and fungus covered Quagoth looks around towards each of you, lets out a growl. You can't hear it much over the wind that's thrusting through here. Let's get that wind going. Put that wind back on. I got rid of the wind. Doesn't matter. Wind's going on. That's a doozy. Gonna stay put. And on Hector, you're the one that's getting it, because you're the one that it'll work on. As I gotta double check new spell. You know. Gotta make sure I'm doing it the right way. As he mutters something and starts casting. I like that it specifies heavy or medium. As Hector, your armor starts to begin glowing red hot. Hector, you take 16 points of fire damage as your metal just scalds you. As your armor sticking and singeing your skin, smoke starts billowing out from Hector himself. Heat metal's a horrifying spell now. That ends its turn, as it just stands there focusing on this metallic glow towards Hector. As, yeah, Hector, 16 points of fire damage. That's going to take us to Alara. Alara, what you doing?
Okay. There's a spellcaster. Would I have noticed which one?
Oh, absolutely. The one in the back that didn't run forward.
Okay.
The one that kind of smiles. He's still holding the severed arm of this Myconid.
I'm gonna put a few arrows into him if I could.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Do I have one buffer's ticked? Archery. And I'll use Dreadful Strike.
Okay.
There's my longbow. There it is.
A 13 just misses. 14 just hits. Or do you have the one on?
No, I'm pretty sure I've got the one buffer.
You do have it. So a 13 just misses.
That's okay, I'll just take another shot. Fumble.
Getting a nat 1 as the thing just kind of laughs and roars out Actually, it goes through the wind, so it would have been disadvantage anyway. So your arrows both get caught in the wind and just surged up against the wall there. That makes sense. It's thematic. Anything else for Alara? Staying put?
Yeah.
Alright. Hector. This shit hurts like no other. You are at disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Wait, no, make a constitution save at the start of your turn. Actually, it shouldn't have been at the start of your turn. Make a constitution check, yes. Now.
Constitution save?
Yes.
12.
With a 12. Making me look up its DC. You're good. You're good. It hurts, but you can power through the pain. You succeed. You're not at disadvantage on anything. You're good.
Contemplating a shenanigan.
Yeah, do it.
100%.
100%.
How high up does this gust of wind appear to go?
About 10 feet up.
Oh, you said it's 30-foot ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay. Hector is going to, he's definitely, looks like he's hurting, something he's used to. He's going to jump into the air.
Just straight up?
And fly over and land right there.
Okay. Where's right there?
Right behind the spellcaster.
It gives you that much movement?
Double my movement speed, up to 60.
Dope.
Let me take that off.
Yeah, as you see him just glide
normally.
over the gust of wind.
And he's angry. So he's going to smash this guy with his Morning Star.
All right, give me a Morning Star attack.
Getting a 15.
A 15 hits.
Doing 9 points of piercing damage.
As the metal stops being hot. He rolled a 6.
And then follow through and hit him like it's a baseball bat.
Okay.
Getting a 17.
17 does hit too.
12 points of piercing damage.
He will take 12 points of piercing damage. As it just kind of like makes this guttural noise in your face as it loses its concentration. Anything else for Hector?
Bit at it.
Absolutely. That's going to take us to all these guys. Interesting. They're going to move around different places. All over. This guy's... That's as far as he can get. That's 10. This guy's going to have to run to get to you. Yeah, they all have to run. A couple of them are going to end their space in the wind. That's hilarious. Alara, roll me 44, please.
Mm-hmm.
They're just taking 9 points of damage each. Getting their feet tore up. Absolutely. We're going to start over left to right. Phineas. 2 of them are able to launch claw attacks towards you. Getting a 13, a 23, a 20, and a nat 1.
I will use the shield to block the 13.
All right. You do take 16 points of slashing damage.
And that's 2 con saves.
2 con saves, both DC 10. But you got the advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. 24.
Good. Yeah, plus the 1 buff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. As you maintain after these things just kind of start tearing onto, just kind of drooling this odd mucus. Against Alara, this one's surging out towards you, getting a 25 and a 17 to hit, just kind of going in, trying to strangle you, essentially, just clawing at your shoulders.
Yeah, both of them hit.
As you take 6 and 8 points of slashing damage. Oddly enough, the crit was a 6. But I do need 2 constitution saves from Alara to maintain concentration on spike growth. Good. And good. Sev, this one kind of falling into the wall there as it's walking towards you, lashing out. It got an 8 and a 10 to hit you, with both missing as it just kind of stumbles.
Miss.
And you're way too agile for these guys.
Speaking of, can I shift 1 space down?
Absolutely. That'll take us to over here against Hector. These two guys clawing at you, getting a 16, 17, a 16, and a 19 to hit.
A 19 does hit.
As you only take 5 points of slashing damage. Here's an interesting thing. These two guys are going to make strength saves. As they might get pelted by it. Nope, they both maintain their strength in the wind, getting a 16 and an 18. Surrounding Phineas. Which will take us to Phineas. Feather Dash.
Phineas will take out the Wand of Wonder and point it directly in between himself and Hector. And right in that point, shooting from the wand, an icky green orb flies out and expands and just coats everybody in poison or acid. They cast Vitriolic Sphere.
We're at like here. Is it 20 foot?
20 feet, and there's 45 feet between us.
There is no instance where you won't hit one of you two. Oh, wait, no, there. Okay. You can't even do there. Yeah. As this... Is it liquid, or is it... It's acid, right?
It's acid.
So is it like this like gushing acid bursts out everywhere?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll us some damage.
And it's a dex save.
Mm-hmm. Where was that again? There. No.
Man. That's a lot of ones, too. 24.
I lost it. I lost the spot. I'm gonna go down, I think. Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
Alright, so two, those two, one over there. The Dwergar Plurota. Okay.
Does it get the mage, too?
It does not get him. He's right on that. Doesn't cover half of his space. Got a 3, a 20.
I'll have the
Five.
Durgar. Durgar can roll a 4.
Okay. He will roll a 4. The Sovereign rolled a 4-2. Only one of them made it and takes half damage for 11. The others will take 23 points of acid damage. 24. Yes. One buff. As the Dwergar just gets covered and shrinks down, still covered in that acid goo. The Myconid just kind of shriveling up is barely alive. And this guy down here flops over dead. Anything else for Phineas?
I will turn the gust of wind and go this way.
Like there?
Yep.
Alright. You guys automatically gotta make a strength save. Yeah. This guy is pushed back into it and just slumps down. This large mushroom person flops over to the ground. Deaded.
I think it would be at the end of their turn is when they would make the next save.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, he's not gonna make it very long. We'll find out. How about that? So staying put, Phineas.
Yep.
That'll take us to a dead Dwergar, but several living ones. As a door gets opened here. Not knowing what they're running into, I need Alara to roll me 44? No, 64. They're like, shite, what is this? It's horrible. Taking 20 points of damage.
21.
21. And the last guy will take, not the last two, -7, he'll take 14 points of damage. They will just start launching javelins. This guy's going to throw one towards Hector. An enlarged javelin. Getting a 12 to hit. As a big hunk of metal just lands right by your feet, Hector. As he's kind of hopping up and down. The other one, Big Mad, is going to look around and roll at random for the other guys. He's going to throw a javelin towards Sev. Getting a 16 to hit Sev.
I believe, yep, that'll hit.
You take 10 points of piercing damage. And it just kind of...
I'll take 5.
You take 5
No,
points
I used
of
my
damage.
reaction.
You did.
I already used my reaction.
So you take 10. As
I
it
will
kind of
take all 10.
strikes into your thigh. What is going on here? What is happening? Larota! That'll take us to Sev.
Oh, they're still in the spike growth, so I'll stick with my plan and
Yeah.
stab my dagger into that Quagoth that just attacked Alara.
Alright.
Dagger.
16's gonna hit.
Damage.
21 points of damage. Thing is still up. But you definitely cut into it, and this just kind of odd fungal matter pours out of it. It's gross. With a low glow of green.
Gross. I will use the Nick property and stab it again.
Alright. 17 will hit it again.
Ignore the sneak attack.
Alright, it will do 3 points of damage. Anything else for Sev?
Or it doesn't get a benefit from me being there, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
And I want to get adjacent to the. I'm gonna go try to take some targets away from Phineas. So
Rush down there.
basically, just get on the other side of his Quagoth. Put myself in a flanking position.
Kind of, I would say when it's stacked like that, you're being flanked and they're being flanked, so it's kind of semi-cancels out. But that will take us to Plerota, who, realizing if they stand anywhere, they're
Which they get hit with 5
Yeah.
d4.
they're just gonna like try to stand still
Once again,
As-
take 9 points.
as they do. They just kind of melt down, tumbling to the ground with a soft thud. Spores start filling the area immediately. Takes us to the Thonot. Thonot?
Well,
Thonot?
Do all the spores get pushed back?
Kind of. Yeah, all the spores that it's just dripping out. I mean, its body would probably still get pushed back too a little bit. 15 feet. Taking us to this guy. Looks towards Hector. Does Hector speak Undercommon?
Nope.
Says something. And just kind of closes and opens its eyes. As its eyes open, it splits apart into 4 different versions of it. It casts Mirror Image. Ending its turn, taking us to Alara.
Okay. I'm gonna move this way. I'm gonna attack this one.
Alright.
Where's my sheet?
I'll say no flanking just because it's just a line.
Everyone's flanking everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're flanked, and you're flanked.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry.
No, you're good. 11's gonna be a miss. That is the correct reaction to that.
Well,
No, it's already
No,
she's
yeah.
already got it in there. A 21 will hit though.
Okay. That's including the Dreadful Strike.
Plus the
Sorry.
Dreadful Strike for 19 as you just stab into the side of its neck, and it just lets out this exhale as it slumps to the ground. Deaded. Redeaded? Turns out these things look very much like they're not alive. But they are? It's weird. The Last of Us.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn to the one that's above me
Yeah.
and use my nick. Not with advantage. Where's my nick? There it is.
19's gonna hit.
Okay.
Stab into it for 8 points of damage with your scimitar just kind of grazing along, just releasing that light green glow as you cut it open. We'll say the light in here does fade.
And excellent. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna bonus action action surge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack him some more. Now, is the light faded enough that
It's still dim light
I'm
in
no longer
here.
visible?
It's
Still dim light?
still dim
No
light.
worries. No worries.
But still, a 23 is gonna hit. There's this flurry of blows for 5 points of damage.
The next one.
With advantage next one, because it's vexed. Getting that crit. Absolutely. Roll one more d6. Or well, we'll just add 6 to it for now. Oh, wait, we did talk about this last time. Yeah, roll damage twice. Just roll damage again.
Okay.
Yeah. For a total of 15 points of damage. There's this thing kind of nailed to the wall there. Still something in its eyes. It's alive. Here's the fun part. You can still nick with your action surge.
Right. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Next one.
A 24 will also hit. For 5 more points of damage. This thing's somehow still up.
Okay. End of turn.
That will take us to Hector. In the midst of all of this chaos. What are you doing, Hector?
Hector's going to look not very amused at the multiple images, and he's going to take his best guess and take a swipe at one.
All right. Roll me an
Getting
attack.
13.
All right. Roll me a... Well, I think that actually misses its mirror image, too.
I think they have an AC of 12.
Roll me a d20. We'll find out.
19.
Each time a creature hit... No, so it has the same AC. The new one. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool for me. There's the new mirror image. But, so it is going to be a miss. So it's only when you hit do you roll the d20. Gotcha. In the new version.
Yeah.
All right, take another swipe.
Take another swipe.
9. I'm frustrated. Let's action surge.
Okay.
$18.
18 will hit. Now roll me a d20. Wait, roll d6. Oh, hang on. That's not a d20 anymore. Roll me 3d6.
12, a 1, a 6, and a 5.
All right. As you slash through one, it just kind of dissipates into like sludge on the ground before melting away. Interesting. Another attack. Same but different.
Wait, I did all mine,
That was all 4?
wasn't it? 1, 2, 3. Yep.
Okay.
Only one hit.
Gotcha. Stay input.
Day input.
All right. That will take us to all these spore servants. As they lunge outward, this little bit of spores that are covering them start to grow dim. And they all fall down. The one that you hit, was down here. They do all fall down, though.
Killed mama.
Every single one, except for the smart guy who's casting. He has no spores on him. These buckets, essentially, of spores just kind of falling down with them. A couple of them spill over, spilling these dim-lit spores that don't float around anywhere. As they're done. Phineas, your turn.
I will turn the gust. I'll move forward just a little bit. I'll turn the gust of wind to hit the two Durgar at an angle. And I will throw an acid splash right in between the caster and this Durgar.
Okay. The deck save or con save?
That is a deck save.
Got a 18 and a 15.
Both save. And that's all I can do.
Alright, that will take us to the Dwergar. One of them will try to launch a javelin towards Phineas at disadvantage. Because wind! You're getting an 8 to hit.
Nope.
While the other one...
I batted out of the air with my wing.
Oh boy.
Ah, that hurt. Still hurt.
The other one will also try to launch a javelin at Phineas at disadvantage because that wind is... Well, they're both stepping on shit and it hurts. You know what? This guy will actually see if he can... is it worth it? Yeah, he'll risk it. Alar, roll me 6d4.
Mm-hmm.
As this guy is barely up, trudging through this, like, what the fuck is going on? She lets out a scream and will try to launch a javelin at one of you two, Lara or Sev. It's gonna go to Sev. Throwing a javelin.
Rude.
Getting an 8 to hit as he's kind of hopping on his feet. What the fuck is going on? And just roaring at you guys. Missing Sev easily. Ending their turns, taking us to... Let's roll strength save real quick.
Yep.
He got 17, he's good.
Yep.
They're strong boy. Actually, he got a 21. Sev, what you doing?
I believe... Did that one step out of the wind?
It did. So it could
And
throw a
I-
javelin better.
Well, joke's on it. I can shoot better. So I will take aim and shoot it.
Blaster.
Crossbow or
Nah.
black? Yeah.
Regular crossbow. Shot.
14's gonna be a miss.
That's just rude.
I'm gonna pile up all these bodies.
Well, I put all my action types into getting advantage and it didn't work, so that is it for me.
Alright. That will take us to a dead guy. And then the caster guy, who is going to... now... starts grabbing onto its wounds it sustained. And lets out a low guttural growl as it heals itself.
Oh, man.
Rolled horribly, though. Heals itself a little bit, taking us to Alara.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this guy.
Alright. Blades drawn, rushing up to this Dwergar, who's very hurt.
Tell someone who cares.
Well, it matters. Getting a crit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, yes, that was a crit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
9 and 18 points of damage as you just rush up, stabbing that blade in his belly, rushing up. He's going to take a shitload of damage and start to fall over onto you as he just kind of shrinks down and is no more.
Mhm.
Yeah, now what?
Well, now I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
Heal myself.
Get yourself a little healing. Yeah, 1d10 plus 2. Add 1 to that. Or actually add 2 to that because of the 1 buff and your level 2 fighter. Anything else for Lara?
Okay. Nah.
All right.
Hold on.
Hector face to face with 3 of the same guy.
Hold still.
He's trying. Yeah, 24 will hit. Roll me 2d6.
Fall to 6. 4 and a 2.
A 4 and a 2 as you hit one of its images and it just kind of melts away.
Swing again.
Swing again.
Ooh, a 10. Nope.
10 is going to be a miss. As it's just trying to patch itself up and just trying to dodge around both images simultaneously. Now just 2. Anything else for Hector?
That's it.
Phineas, what you doing?
What am I doing? I will just try and throw a blob of acid right behind the caster.
All right.
Both of them.
Got a 13.
Hey.
Just double check, make sure he's not. Yeah. 13. He will take 6 points of acid damage. 7.
7. I think that's all I'll do. I'll keep the wind on this guy.
Alright. That'll take us to this guy. Who climbs forward as best he can. You stupid bird!
And that's actually double movement too.
Yep, that's why he only had to move 10. But he rushes forward. A war pick, fighting against the wind. Got a nat 20. Also, I need a Lara to roll me 44. Whew. This guy is also kind of hopping as he's trudging against the wind. Phineas, you take 22 points of piercing damage.
That's exactly how many hit points I have.
This guy, feet absolutely super bloodied, kind of falls down to a knee as he slams his pick into Phineas's shoulder as Phineas drops down to the ground.
And it dissipates.
The wind dissipates. He turns it. The wind's go. Shit. Sev, what are you doing?
Do I have a reason? Well, no, he's down now. So I guess. Do I think I can drop him without sneak attack? Probably not.
Thank you, Phineas. 1 point of exhaustion still.
I will do that. I am going to run over to Phineas and use my action. Feed him one of his favorite berries.
All right.
Very good berry.
They're not that good.
Stick it in his eye hole. Anything else for So?
Bonus nothing interesting to do with the bonus action, so I am good where I am.
All right. Taking us to this guy. Turns to and just kind of starts lunging both images. 4 claws heading your way, Hector. Getting an 18 and a 20 to hit
They both hit.
as you take 14 points of slashing damage. Ending his turn as he's just trying to tackle you and just tear into you. Hard to tell which one's actually hitting you. You just lots of scratches. Taking us to Alara.
Okay. Come up here. And I'm going to just attack this fella.
All
Try
right.
and down him. $20.
A 20 will hit. As my roll 20 is taking a moment. But yeah, 20 definitely hits. For 7 points of damage as you kind of stab at him with your short sword. He's kind of down on one knee towards Phineas. You just jump up, stab him right in the throat. Zodrak will kill you. Slumps onto the ground. Shrinks down immediately.
Okay. I don't have any bonus action.
You can always drop your thorns if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that. Don't have any use for them anymore, so I was going to drop them. Okay, I still have cure wounds. It's okay. That's good. Yeah, I'll drop the thorns, the spikes.
Yeah.
sorry. And actually, how much? I can make it. Bonus action. Hunter's mark on this guy.
Okay.
Can't do anything to help Phineas at the moment.
I'm good.
There's like berry juice on his beak. And blood. Hard to tell which is which.
So sure.
A 27 will hit. Absolutely. Roll me 1d6.
Yeah.
Because there's two of him. With a 2, you actually strike true.
Excellent. Yeah, and I've got the hunter's mark on.
Mm-hmm. Take 9 points of damage. Doesn't see you coming as he's focused on Hector. You just kind of stab into his back. Both images just kind of reel out.
Okay, and I'm gonna use Nick.
All right. Yes, that will do it. Roll me a d6.
Love
Yep.
Okay.
With a 3, slashes into it. You think you got him, but it's really just kind of melts down into nothingness. Because there's just one of him now.
Okay, and I'm going to use my use my bonus action for Hunter's Mark. Never mind.
Yep.
All good. All done.
That'll take us to Hector.
Hector will smile uncomfortably now at it and swing towards its head,
All right.
getting a 14.
14 just misses.
Follow through and swing around in the other direction.
Okay.
23.
23 definitely hits.
And this time, as he swings around, it seems almost like it accelerates.
Yeah.
Wait, where's that? There it is.
Little baby smite. Without the smiting.
For 20 points of piercing damage.
Absolutely. As you swing around, bop him, just kind of take his head clean off as if it were a big softball. Goes rolling onto the ground here. Bodies filling the chamber in here. Like bodies. So many bodies. That all? That's all. Those are all the bodies that are filled throughout here. This heat, this low grinding of gears throughout. Several exits. Most doors open. We'll hop out of combat. And that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break. So stick around, folks. We'll be back here in a few, as they're alive, winded, but alive. We'll see you in a few. Alrighty, folks, we are back in it. The Rime of the Frostmaiden, and last we left off, the group started delving into the depths of this Dwergar fortress, uncovering something that they had heard about. Several spore zombified Quaggoth creatures, several Dwergar guards as well, had been alerted. And a fight broke out, and, well, you ended up having to slaughter a lot of them. Luckily, taking out the Myconid controlling them brought many of them down, but still a tough battle. You're all alive. All these bodies and spores and just fungal bits strewn across the ground in the space. Some of them blown against the wall. It's a mess in here. But there is still a throne of Chardalyn atop this dais here. And a couple of doors as exits. What are you guys doing?
That wasn't ideal.
That guy packs quite a wallop.
I cast Cure Wounds on Phineas.
I just need a bit of rest.
I'm not
No
sure how much
time.
rest you're gonna get.
Hey, thank you.
Sorry, I had to do something about their spellcaster. Sorry.
I thought I was the only one here that could fly. That was cool, amazing.
Hector just shrugs.
Is that what I think it is? Sit on that long enough, it'll make anyone crazy.
That's a lot of Charlatan. Alright, so we have to probably those closed doors that go to the forge, right? Yeah, get through there.
I don't know. Let's find out. Can I peek through try to open these double doors?
Yeah. Yeah, as you peek through the double doors, you would see a long hallway with several arrow slits in them. Or along the hall, and a double door at the end of the hall.
Yep, that was definitely a trap. What do you say about needing a key, but the key's on the other side of the door? I guess we'll have to look at it and see. Things are never straightforward.
These are there on these other rooms? That's where the arrow slits are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see another hallway with arrow slits on either side of the hall. There's like a little hallway. Arrow slits facing the center hallway. But they end in more arrow slits themselves.
Okay, arrow slits facing
Yeah,
the other directions.
Yeah, we could get a look.
Can get a look.
I'll walk into the room. I'm not really looking through.
Looking through one of these arrow slits to the left, you can notice what looks like cavernous interior. A couple of figures in the darkness kind of huddled. Chains clinking. And looks like worked stone. Not so carved out as the rest of the place to your left.
Well, I think we see where they came up from.
Does it feel warmer out there?
About the same temperature, probably. I will say, kind of Sev peering through to your right, looking through an arrow slit that's looking through an arrow slit that's looking through an arrow slit.
Jeez, I've got excellent eyesight.
It's hard to miss. You see the low glow, actually intense glow, of magma to the right.
Oh, I think the forge is on the other side, guys.
So I need to go around.
Okay, let's go to the door where the second pair of doors came out.
Do you think any of them, and he'll point over towards the various bodies, might have anything useful on them?
Unless
Doubt
one
it.
of them has like a healing potion on them.
Hector will kind of poke around the bodies and see if he notices anything useful.
Give me an investigation check. As poking around the bodies that are
No.
strewn about the place in here.
Move into
Ooh.
this room and peer into
I have a
the
headache.
magma.
Fair enough. Sev, not getting a great view, you do see what looks to be a massive forge in the center of the space to the east. And smoke filling it. The heat you can feel from the arrow slit quite easily. With a 10-foot forge, stone, shaped kind of like a pyramid with its peak sheared off. Occasional ripples of heat and flashes of firelight spew from the top of it. This deep, pulsating heartbeat can be heard even from here. You see this trough of magma feeding into it. This giant room. You can kind of make out what looks to be like towers or structures within that room as well.
Well, that's where we need to go. I don't happen to see a well-dressed dwarf walking around.
Give me a perception check.
Minimum 15. Oh, advantage is not supposed to be on anymore. So I'll take
15?
what? No, wait. I take 9, so 17.
The 17. Yeah, as you peer through, you do notice what kind of looks to be not one, but two dwarfs. One of them kind of standing atop a large raised area of metal. Gleaming in the light would be a crown of darkened crystal material and a gauntlet of the same fashion, barking orders in a language you do not understand towards more of those Quagoth creatures. Don't have spores on them, but more of them, who seem to be kind of cleaning up debris of metal and shards and bits here and there. And another Dwergar with a whip in hand, whipping towards those creatures. Also barking orders, like almost in tandem with. Yeah, you would. I'll show you a picture of him. There's a good picture, probably. Yeah, this guy.
Hey, you look like a king.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's got a Shardling crown too.
He'd be like on this platform. That's the word I couldn't find. And he seems to be barking orders at a whole slew of people.
While Sev is looking at that, can I be looking at the spellcaster? I saw he was collecting spores.
Yeah.
Can I see maybe why he was doing that, or anything else he might be?
Give me a nature check. Yeah, nature check.
And
The 10, you're not super familiar with the workings of myconids and the Underdark and how that whole stuff works. I don't know, that's probably how mushrooms grow. And really the only thing of interest that Hector you would find is these jugs of spores. Some of them still lightly glowing.
And this guy's got a jug of spores too.
No, he's got an arm of the myconid in one of his hands. There are still 4 jugs of glowing spores.
How big are they?
Probably. Probably bigger than a mason jar. Probably like a gallon jug. which is 4 pints.
I'm
Might be
gonna
more,
grab
actually.
one of those jugs. Might
Alright.
be worth looking into.
You got a jug of spores. Seb eventually comes back. What do you tell him?
Well, I think he's in the next area. But I don't think we can. I haven't seen the door to get into the next area. We were told it was locked and the key was on the other side. But there are more of these things, though less fungus.
There are doors at the end here. But yeah.
Should probably go through those doors at the end of the central tunnel then. If only. It looks like these large creatures are. They're workers? Do they look slaved? They're being forced to work. If we could communicate with them, we might get them to fight. But I don't know.
You can give me a history check.
My favorite.
I know. Yeah, that's a
13.
It could be. It's up to y'all. What are you doing?
Let's go through to the other end.
And as you're passing through this hall, this is the kill zone. Like if you were approaching from the other side towards the throne room, this would be a deadly place to be. But you've already taken care of the threats. There's still this kind of ominous, looming thought like somebody's watching you, but no, you both sides of this are cleared. You're approached by 2 double doors, maybe about like 7 feet high. Stone.
It looked like I got the forge to the right and basically open cavern to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So let's go right so we don't get lost in the cavern. And we already know the guy we're after is to the right.
They don't
so-
appear to be 2 separate doors. They appear to be the same door.
Yeah, well. And let's open a door.
Alright.
I'll get into another kill right after this.
Okay. As you open the door, seeing this cavernous area ahead of you. Dark and quiet, aside from shuffling of feet and rattling of chains here and there. You can still hear the groaning of machinery in the distance. As you step out into the dim-lit area, you can see to the right of you a large gate. Actually, yeah. This cavern is actually unlit to the east, or to the west, has a jagged 30-foot high ceiling. A strange sight confronts you as 4 Dwergar, 2 of them much larger than normal, using ropes to restrain a hulking biped, an insectoid body, a large sack pulled over the creature's bulbous head, lurking. Immediately as you come out of the door, all 4 of these Dwergar turn invisible. Shit, release it! And we're gonna roll initiative. As the creature's hood has been pulled off. They don't actually have art for this guy, but this is good enough. That's what you see, Sev.
Ooh. Can I try to identify what it is?
Absolutely.
Do I know what it
yeah.
is?
It'd be an Arcana check. Or it'd be a nature check. You're good with nature.
I will take a 14 instead. I am trained.
Alright, with the 14... I'd say you've heard about strange insectoid creatures from the Underdark. I know the name Umber Hulk. Burrowing strange creatures, but knowledge about their capabilities would be negative. This thing rolled a 1 at least. So that's good. Wow. So did they. Sev, you are up first. As you're face to face with this creature, I do need a charisma save.
Yay.
Roll me a
Whole one.
D8.
Oh, that's not going to be on my sheet. 7.
Give me a dagger attack, please.
Dagger.
Does a 22 hit Hector?
It does.
As Hector, you take 5 points of piercing damage as Sev just turns around. This weird look in his face just stabs right into you. As you saw him glance around the corner for a brief second, and then when he turns towards you, there's this weird look on his face. As Sev, as you lock eyes with this creature, has this weird sensation as you just lose control of everything. That's unfortunately it for Sev. Hector, you just got stabbed by Sev. He saw something, but you're not sure what.
Kind of don't flinch when he stabs me. And just look back at him and cock my head like, what? If something's wrong. First thing I'm going to do is bonus action, second wind.
Okay. Nice.
It's just plus level, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is accurate.
Hmm.
And Sev, you're in control of your facilities for this moment if you have anything to say.
Oh, there's just a big bug, 4 dwarves. Back up.
Okay.
Oh.
I go probably recognizing the look of
Wait, is that my dagger?
nuts in his eyes. Say, why not? I'm used to being a little crazy. And then move past him. Need a charisma save.
I think it's just at the start of your turn. Let me double check. Double check. I don't want to force you to do something. Yeah. No, you see it as it's kind of gazing towards Sev in the moment. its large mandibles clicking in your direction.
Oh, I can make it. Charge at it and swing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
my sheet.
my
Not
sheet.
selectable. Yeah, holy sheet. Hold on, let me launch my sheet.
Relaunch.
Okay.
It's the solar flares, folks.
Must be. And my crappy rolling continues with an 11.
11's going to be a miss as it kind of its mandibles clamping out towards you. You're just trying to figure out a way to swipe at it, and it's just kind of it's a confusing mess. You glance against its large chitinous hide.
And follow through. The 15.
15 is also going to be a miss.
Oh, crap. I will hold my ground.
All right. Gonna take us to Alara.
Okay.
And technically, it is
Wow.
much darker in here.
Okay. No way that I can see it just through the arrow cracks. I'll make my way past Zev.
All right.
So that's 10 feet of movement. I've got extra movement as well. I can make it to there. I'll go up there.
Right, running right up to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hunter's mark, please.
All right. Morking it.
And I'll start slashing and hope that I attack. Get him.
All right. Don't
Come
forget
on.
to take off the one buff.
Yeah, just doing that now.
Gotcha. Fourteen's gonna miss as
14.
you
Yes.
rush up and try to stab it, and it just kind of grazes against its armored shell. 22, however,
22?
with your second stab, does hit it.
Okay. Damage. 11
It will take.
points of damage.
It'll take 11.
Okay. I'm going to use Nick.
Absolutely. With the scimitar. Yes. That'll hit. For 10 more points of damage. It's starting to cut into it. You hear the cracking and crunching of its armored shell.
And end of turn.
Alright. Phineas. Hearing blows landing outside after you just saw Zev stab Hector for a brief moment after warning what he saw out there.
Alright, Seth, please don't stab me. Make my way outside.
And you see this creature.
Oh, you're ugly. And I'll point my wand over at Hector. And I will cast the Feather Dash on him. So you have a +2 to your AC, your speed's doubled. Make another attack, action, item interaction.
Got hasted.
Yeah, the Feather Dash.
Put some feathers on there.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. That's going to take us to the creature. Alara, it's going to claw out towards you,
Mm-hmm.
getting a 19 to hit
That hits.
as you take 9 points of slashing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll then take a claw out towards Hector, getting an 18 to hit, which, thanks to the feather dash dash, misses as your reflexes are much quicker. Raising that
Hector's
shield up.
literally vibrating.
Yeah. And then it's going to use its mandibles to try to grasp onto Alara, getting a 17 to hit.
Hits.
As Alara, you take 9 points of slashing damage as it crunches onto you. And you like right in your like bicep. That will end its turn. Letting out this weird droning noise. Sev. As you have sight of it. Start of your turn. Roll me a d8. With an 8. Give me an attack roll.
Oh, come on, I said please.
Does a 15 hit Phidias?
I'll shield.
As finished, you kind of like twitching, looking over at Sev. He just stabs out towards you. His shield pops up. Misses. Unfortunately, that's it for Sev.
Watch your pointing that thing.
As you see this weird look in his eyes. Fortunately, that's it for Sev. Hector. Face to face with this creature, its eyes buzzing and vibrating almost along with you. I do need a charisma save as you kind of meet its gaze for this brief moment. Hector, roll me a d8.
Oh, do you see it? It's a 6.
A 6. Roll me a d12.
Nine.
With a 9. Hector just goes running into the corner.
Fast, too.
As just kind of like this weird look, he just like takes off running away from this creature. Real fast, yeah. So is it double speed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no. Hector goes running in a tunnel. Far, far away. That's going to take us to Alara. Alara, seeing everyone kind of looking and running or stabbing. Alara, when you lock eyes with this creature, it didn't affect you for a brief moment when you ran out, but now I need a charisma save.
Hang on, I pressed it.
With an 11. Alara, I need you to roll me a d8. With a 4. As you're just kind of... Wait, something's going on with it. What is... You see the most strangest thing You can't move your arms, you can't move your legs. You can't do anything except for just stare at this. It's odd and beautiful. And its eyes. You can't do anything for this turn.
Nice.
Phineas. Seeing Sev stab you again. Seeing Hector just stare at this thing for a second and then go running down the hall. Or down into a cave. And Alara's just kind of staying there staring at it. I need you to give me a charisma save.
Team.
I need Phineas to roll me a d8. With a 3. Phineas, you kind of catch wind of this creature's eyes and can't help but just study it. You're not even taking notes. You can't. You couldn't if you wanted to. It's odd. You have to remember this. The only way to remember this is by staring and looking, observing, but you can't see anything else. It's gonna take us to the creature's turn. Creature's gonna chow down on Alara. Going straight for the mandibles first. Getting a 14 to hit Alara. As suddenly the eyes dissipate from your vision. And you just see these two mandibles surging towards you, just kind of barely in the nick of time, back away from it. It goes with its hulking claws to smash into you. Getting a 26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And a 15.
15 just.
As Alara, I need you to take 16 points of slashing damage total. 8 and 8. And I will need 2 constitution saves to maintain concentration on Hunter's Mark. Good.
Channel, and I clicked it. Not good.
As you lose your concentration on the mark of hunting, it will end its turn. As it's just sitting there clawing and pounding on you. Sev, also witnessing like this gaze. We'll say if you do want to avert your eyes, you can.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, I know. It's a toughie.
Guess I'll catch its eye.
All right, charisma save.
Cool.
With a 5. Roll me a d12. Good news about this is, with a 10. So, what's your move speed? Is it just 30?
No, it's 40.
Sev takes off running into a tunnel. Wait. Oh yeah, Sev's first, yep. I had it backwards for a second there. Hector, what are you doing? You're real fast. Well, you don't know what came over you, just started running into this cave. It's dark.
Okay. Hector is going to move back over here, and he's not going to look directly at the thing.
Sure.
Instead, he's focusing his attention on Alara.
Okay.
And then Hector's going to swipe up with his Morning Star. And is Alara being restrained or anything?
No, it's just kind of clawing at her and trying to bite at her, and she's barely keeping its mandibles away.
He's going to lift up off the ground. And he's going to move her behind him.
Okay.
She'll just fly through the air.
Is Alara willing to be levitated?
Well, I mean, I feel like Alara is a little bit confused at the moment.
Absolutely.
So she doesn't really.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really react. I feel
So,
like.
Alara, you feel yourself just getting lifted up after this thing is biting. You don't know what's happening. You just get pulled back into the tunnel where Hector went, and you see him kind of staring at you as you're doing it.
And then Hector is going to move forward a little bit more. He's holding his shield up in front of his eyes. He's not looking directly at the creature, and he's going to take the dodge action.
Is the telekinesis a bonus action?
It is.
That's dope.
Nope, I'm wrong.
It's an action?
The other thing's a bonus action.
Either way, it's still dope. So no dodge action, just the...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he's just going to move forward with his shield up, ready to defend.
That will take us to Alara, who can still see it. Alara. Yeah, as you get pulled back. Tell me how you're starting off this turn.
How am I starting off this turn? That is a great question.
Yeah.
Those can't really do much if I avert my eyes, because he's not right in front of me.
And you see Hector kind of charging forward a little bit with his shield raised, not looking at this thing.
Yeah, don't have. Don't even have really anything that I can throw out that way. Strange strike. That's a strength saving. I'd say that this fella's probably rather strong.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna second wind.
Okay. +1, so you get 5 healing.
Alright. I avert my gaze for now.
Okay. Anything for your action?
Anything like it would be at disadvantage, yeah.
If you
Well,
were, if you're like attacking it, yeah.
But I'm gonna use a cantrip. Fireball.
Okay.
Come on.
Let's see this arcing. What does your fireball look like when you cast? It's the first time we've seen Alara cast a bolt of fire. What's that like?
I feel like it would just look like a flaming arrow.
Okay.
Like just an
Yeah.
arrow made of flame.
Absolutely.
If my bloody internet would speed up a little bit. No. Oh.
Huh? Eh?
No. Okay. No, I didn't mean to press that, idiot. Spells. Okay, make sure I'm at disadvantage. Firefall.
Interesting. It's just
Don't mind the intelligence check. Sorry.
I will not mind the intelligence check.
Come on, I clicked it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That makes sense.
Anyway.
As you're not looking, you just kind of blast fire. An arrow of fire just goes arcing along this large cavern.
Yeah, end of turn.
There's a downside here. You're not alone in this tunnel, Alara.
Of course I'm not.
As a creature tries to bite out at you. Does a 20 hit Alara?
Yes.
You take 7 points of piercing damage. As you turn around, something's biting you like right on your ass. A giant cockroach-looking creature with long antennas kind of feeling around. Just biting you right in your ass. And this giant cockroach is like as big as Phineas. Maybe a little bigger. Skittering along the walls. That's all it can do, though. That will take us to Phineas. Phineas, what do you...
Luckily, I could only half see, so I don't even need to really do much. So I don't look at it.
Close your eye.
No, I will step forward just a little bit, closer to Sev, and I'll point the wand of wonder across my body toward the direction of the creature, and I will use a charge.
Oh. Roll that D100.
47 more butterfly.
Butterflies.
Ooh, 32. Not butterflies.
That is heavy rain falls in a 60-foot radius, and the area is lightly obscured.
Ooh. Interesting. So for this, I'll say as rain starts kind of falling, combined with that smoke that's already there, starts flittering around everywhere. We'll give anyone who does look at it advantage on that charisma save. Because of the more lightly obscured, more heavily lightly obscured area.
That is all I am capable of doing on this turn, though.
All right. That's going to take us to the creature. Yeah, you got close to it. It's gonna come to Hector. Rushing towards you, Hector. As you shield up, this thing is gonna try to claw at you a couple of times, getting a 12 and a 17 to hit, just bashing into your armor. And also with your quickness. Not getting through with its claws, you see around the edge of your shield, going over at these two mandibles, getting a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
As you take 14 points of slashing damage. As it cuts a gnarly scar across your scalp. Not the metallic side. Maybe part of it is the metallic side. You hear the ting of metal as it reverberates in your skull. It will end the creature's turn. This hulking, thudding, taking us to Sev. Sev, you see Phineas just closing his eye and pointing the wand, and it's just raining everywhere. What are you doing?
Made it rain. I'm not averting my gaze, so can I see it? Or
You
is
can't,
there
from
cover?
where you're at.
Alright, well then I'm gonna walk out so where I can see it.
Yeah, you can see it in the drizzling rain in this cavern. Sourceless, but it's raining and it's smoky. It's weird.
It is weird. And if we're gonna get weird, let's get weird. I will pull out. I might only get one shot at this anyway, so let's pull out the big/small gun.
Okay. Give me a big old investigation check.
22.
With a 22, you make a shot at regularness. No disadvantage.
21.
21 will absolutely hit as this burst of light arcs across through the rain, through the smoke.
28 points of damage.
For 28 points of damage as it just bursts a hole in this creature. Like, just going all the way through it. Jeez. Takes 20, and there were 2 1s in there, folks. As it kind of lets out a odd, high-pitched, rapid chittering. Anything else for Sev?
Let's see. I'm gonna take a step back and basically find that wall.
Okay.
But I am done.
Hector.
Hector will take a deep breath and he will second wind again.
Okay. Still just a vernier gaze, shield up, not looking. See no evil. Or see no confusion.
And he's going to take some wild swings at it.
Wild swings. You get 3 of them. Because haste. Because feather dash. Dash. At disadvantage.
Nope. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 is going to be a miss.
Oh,
Don't forget, you
great.
do you get bonuses to hit as well, Phineas? The haste?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
No, just an extra
AC,
attack.
dex, and movement. Gotcha.
Good grief. It's got a high AC too. I guess hold my ground.
Did you miss with all of them?
Mm,
10,
Yep.
a 16, and a 10. Yeah, just swinging out wildly. Shields up. You're not making good purchase, but you're more defended. Alara. What are you doing? Averting your gaze in that brief moment, getting bit by this creature in the tunnels with you.
I'm gonna attack the creature.
Alright. This rust-colored giant cockroach creature.
Just make sure I've got everything that needs to
It
be
looks
turned
fun.
off.
Look at that cute little guy. Short sword hits it.
Mhm.
It does 9
Nine.
damage. As you notice you strike out with your short sword, it suddenly starts to... Let me double check, make sure there's no... Yeah. The edge of it begins to rust and corrode. Your short sword has -1 to damage now. This thing seems to eat metal.
Right. In that case. Hmm. Used to.
The doozy.
Mm-hmm. I'll just have to steal someone else's from here.
Yeah. Find the armory.
Yeah, okay.
There's a forge.
There is a forge.
I'll do. Am I allowed to do a true strike, or do I just have to do another?
You have to do a normal attack, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
An 18 will also hit.
So just -1 from this.
Will do. This takes... Striking into this creature, it's doing damage, but your short sword gets even more corroded. And now does -2 damage.
That's okay.
But the guts just kind of... You know, when you stab a cockroach with a... I don't know, toothpick. I don't know who does that. I was just saying comparison. But yes. It's not happy. Anything else for Alara?
Yeah.
Alright. That will take us to the Rust Monster's turn. It's going to... Yeah. I need a dexterity save. From Alara.
No worries.
As it's trying to grab out at your sword, so you just try and keep it away as you do. Its antenna's like reaching out, as it's now seems to be more interested in your sword than you. That will end its turn. As it's just trying to reach for your weapon. Phineas. Still going in blind?
Yeah, I heard it skitter a little bit, so I'll just gonna try to readjust a little bit and use another charge.
Okay.
And the rain stops.
The rain stops in this moment.
78.
78. That sounds like a fun number.
I cast Fireball.
Great, great. I do need Hector to give me a dex save.
Sorry, Hector.
Do you have Fireball on your spell list?
No.
Roll me 8d6. As Hector, what looks like a raindrop firing out of Phineas's wand. It's like, yeah, more rain. Just see it out of the corner of your eye, but then everything just glows really bright beyond, like, looking at the peripherals around your shield. You do take 24 points of damage.
DC is 15.
This thing also takes 24 points of damage. This explosion, you hear the burning, scalding of this chitin. It's very badly wounded. Anything else for Phineas?
Not just butterflies and rain, are ya? That will do it.
That's a fun one. That will take us to the Umber Hulk. How
Well, I did have advantage on that saving throw, but I guess it didn't really matter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, haste.
This thing is going to turn around and charge Phineas.
Why?
Because it's not stupid. And because you're averting your gaze based on sight, don't notice it's gone until it's too late. It's gonna go in and just try and mandible Phineas. Getting an 11 to hit. Actually, you're averting your gaze. So we should have advantage? That's a little much. I'm not going to give advantage. Getting an 11 to hit Phineas.
Does not hit. 12.
Going in for a claw, getting a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that one will hit.
You take 13 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Going in for a second claw, getting a 13 to hit.
Shield.
As the shield pops up, this thing slams into it, nearly breaking it. Just kind of like someone pounding on like a reinforced glass window. Just seeing it, like, well, I guess your eyes kind of like wince open for a moment, just enough to see it happening. Will end its turn, taking us to Sev. Sev. I need a charisma save. Unless you're doing anything.
No,
Alright. With a 12, roll me that d8.
can't. Rogues do not function with disadvantage. So 3, I do nothing.
3 is you do nothing. As you stand there just staring at this creature, watching it wail on Phineas. Hector, realizing that the creature moved away. What do you do?
Okay. So I heard it run away, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a chance and hopefully I cannot see its face or eyes. And I will lower my shield. And my intention is to charge after it and smash it in the back of the head.
Alright, so are you averting your gaze? From it, trying to not look at its face, but still see where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So attacks will still be made. Real quick, Phineas, I need 2 constitution saves. Or 1 concentration save, sorry.
Gotcha.
DC's 10. Just don't roll a 1.
12.
You're good. Just barely. Yeah, Hector, you...
is this
Forecaster for the win.
Yeah.
all right? Is this a if I can see it or it can see me type of thing?
It's if you see it.
Wow.
It's if
Okay.
you're able to see it. You're able to see its eyes, technically.
Okay. Because I was kind of hoping it was facing away from me now since it
It,
ran off. but I
it
guess
kind of is, but it's
There's
still
no facing.
yeah,
It's
it's still aware of your presence. So I'll say if you want to not avert your gaze, I'll give you advantage because its back is away from you, for the most part.
from the rolls I've seen before, its DC is so high I'd be incapable of making it.
Possibly. Or you can avert your gaze. You're so fast right now that you'll be able to get to it even if you do some wandering around. Like, where is it? Is it over here? Is it over there?
Yeah.
You'll eventually get there if you want.
It's just I can't. Its AC is so high I can't hit it either. So, but I guess I'll try. So mathematically, I just don't think it's going to happen.
There's nothing wrong with trying. We'll say you're flanking it with Phineas. So you do have +2 to hit.
Yes.
The 14's going to miss.
20.
Does
A
an
20
18
will hit.
All right. Well, we are definitely going to throw in a psionic strike,
Okay.
and How many points? Oh, that's right. I have more points than I thought. Yeah.
You get him back on a short rest.
I get 1 back on a short rest.
Okay.
But I've actually only used 3. Because some of my abilities I get a free single use of.
Yeah.
Like the telekinesis and the flight.
For 17 points of damage. What does it look like as you end this creature's existence?
Well, the first one misses. The second one comes in with a side swing. I hit it, and just for funsies, throw in my telekinetic thrust and slam it against the wall. And it just goes crunch.
And it crunches into the wall. It slumps down, spilling out bug juices. Anything else for Hector?
Hector looks like shit. And
Yeah.
he's going to look around to see what sort of state everyone else is in.
Everyone's fucked, except for Sev. Sev looks okay. He's the one who stabbed a couple of you guys and ran. But he looks okay.
That's what happened, yeah.
I kind of look down at my stab wound for a second.
Yep, Phineas has a similar knife mark. I'll take us to Alara in the hallway with the rusty bug. Yeah, and you
I'm
would...
gonna chuck it my short sword and leave.
Okay. Give me a deception check. I'll give you advantage because it likes that.
Yeah. Advantage. Deception.
Yeah. It's like, oh yes, please, and just jumps right on your short sword, allowing you to leave without being harassed further by this creature. Anything else for your turn?
I really don't want to do it, but I'll. I don't have any more of that. Just put that. Nothing else for my turn.
All right.
Except I'm going to use my action, I think, to dash so I can make it all the way over here.
Absolutely. That will take us to Phineas as the rust monster in the cave, chowing down, disappears into darkness, dragging your short sword with it. Phineas, what are you doing?
I'll cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah, there's 4 other thoughts in the area. Immediate area.
We're here to see Zardrock. I'll kind of put my hands up. That's it.
Put your hands up. They're still there. They still... I'll say give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Eight.
Okay. I'm gonna do some rolls here. Wow. So, against Severage, got a 22 to hit.
Pretty good.
As you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Half.
As you take 5 points of piercing damage. Against Phineas, got an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Would have been some big damage if it did, though. Against... what was this? Against Alara, got a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
As you take 10 points of piercing damage. And against Hector, got a 16 to hit.
Is a miss.
As these dwarves appear in place here, striking. You'll see Zardrak in your next life. And as they strike out, with this terrible creature dealt with, now having Dwergar who have the upper hand in this moment. Caves apparently riddled with insectoid horrible creatures. That is where we're going to end tonight. As you're having to battle your way to the forge, having sight of it, having Sev has even seen Zardarok himself, or at least presumably. Who else is going to wear a crown around here? Giving orders at this forge. We're going to end tonight there, and we'll pick up there next week. Thanks for watching, folks, and don't look into the eyes of the Umberhulk. But we'll see you next time. And yeah, next time on Dragon Ball Icewind Dale. Alright. Good night, Internet. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
All right.